Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen of the press, even though all of you are actually gentlemen. I welcome you to the fourth Federal Executive Council meeting today. Thank you for the job you are doing in ensuring that Nigerians get information about activities and programs of government. As always, I would like to urge you to ensure that you give very credible, honest, and verified information for the consumption of Nigerians. With me today are the honorable ministers here and the chairman of the Federal Inland Revenue Service, who had memos taken at the Federal Executive Council. To my right is the honorable minister of Finance and the coordinating minister for the economy. Next to him is the honorable minister of youth. On my immediate left is the chairman FIRS. To his left is the honorable minister of state for health and social welfare. Of course, the special advisor to the president on information and strategy. One of which is the rescue of the kidnapped school children in Kuriga, Kaduna State, and Sokoto. Mr. President and members of council, we're happy to note that, as promised by Mr. President, these children were reunited or have been rescued from these captives. And as usual, and in keeping with the commitment of Mr. President, no ransom was paid. We are very grateful to the Federal Executive Council and Mr. President are very grateful to especially the National Security Advisor, the service chiefs, and all security agents who participated diligently in ensuring that these kidnapped children are reunited with their families. Government is determined to ensure that the lives and property of all Nigerians are protected at all times. And Mr. President has also charged security agencies to ensure that these kidnappings are brought to a halt finally in this country. Indeed, all those who are participating in these criminal acts will be fished out by the security agencies and will never go unpunished. There was also the reiteration by Mr. President about his upcoming birthday. As you have seen from the statement already released by the presidency, Mr. President, in line with his vision in keeping finances of government in check prudently, has directed that no advert placements or radio announcements be placed using especially public funds, and is even encouraging those who are even using their private funds to channel these resources to charity and to those who need them. At this point of our history that this country is facing challenges, Mr. President feels that it is not necessary that resources are being used to congratulate him. Therefore, he has said that his birthday will be kept extremely private without any form of ceremony. There was also a directive by Mr. President to ministers and other relevant government officials to ensure that the issue of consumer credit, student loans, other social security programs that are initiated by Mr. President and are already being implemented be fast-tracked for the benefit of Nigerians. I'm sure the Honorable Minister of the Economy, Finance, and the Coordinating Minister of the Economy will give details of that. There is also, and this is a major one, we are all aware that Nigeria is having challenges in terms of its infrastructure. Government, especially the government of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, is determined to ensure that the infrastructural deficit that we all see in this country is bridged. Now, there is a study that was made that Nigeria will require about 878 billion between 2016 and 2040 to bridge its infrastructural deficit. Now, what that means is that about 35 billion, $878 billion actually, not naira. Now, what that means is that from 2016 going through to 2040, about $25 billion will be required annually to bridge that infrastructure deficit. Therefore, Mr. President, in his wisdom, and with the approval of the Federal Executive Council, today approved the setting up of the Renewed Hope Infrastructure Development Fund to be domiciled in the Presidency. The Chairman of the Federal Inland Revenue Service will provide further details on that. The Minister of Health will also provide some information about some of the notes provided by the Ministry of Health and Social Welfare at the Council today. The Minister of Youth will also give a brief on the approval she got from Council today in two major areas. I will allow her to talk on that also. Let me now bring in the Honorable Minister of Finance and the Coordinating Minister for the Economy. And as usual, members of the media will be given time to ask questions, but please keep it as precise and as straightforward as possible, and answers will be provided thereafter.